Hello. We're back from maybe the dead.
We're not dead.
We might have been. For 2 days, they didn't know.
No, they knew they had faith. Because they didn't want to miss another one of these things. So they knew we'd be here to tell. So with that, good evening, everybody.
Well, hope everybody had a great past few days. Hopefully you missed us.
Hopefully you didn't sweat as much as we did either.
Yeah, we sweat.
Yeah, I don't know. What was the high? Like one...
It was over 100, easily.
I think it was like 110 yesterday. Yesterday was the hotter day for sure.
Yes.
Woo! All right.
So,
we'll give some people a few minutes to pile in here, so then I can butcher everyone's name when we go through housekeeping.
at least he's on.
I'm sorry in advance if I do. It'll probably happen. Except for like the 5 people that I know.
Thank you.
I know.
Well, you can tell by the quiet that there's 3 poop sailors on board.
Yeah, this is it.
This is
This
it.
is the last one.
I mean, we've...
Tomorrow we get on a plane at 1.
I don't know. Sometime in the afternoon.
Around then, and then head home.
Well, eventually. There's a connection, but yeah. We'll eventually get home. Hopefully. And believe it or not, getting out before it gets even hotter here. There's extreme heat warnings and all that kind of stuff coming. It's supposed to get even warmer.
Yeah.
What did the lady at the restaurant
Tomorrow is
say?
supposed to be the hottest documented day of the year.
Yeah.
Here.
Yep.
Grandma Vicky's watching.
Time to go. Time to go, guys.
Okay, should we get started?
You're the host, man. With the most.
Make it happen.
Give it like 1 more minute.
1 more minute. All right, fine.
Got somewhere to be?
Jeopardy.
Yeah. I don't have anywhere to be.
I don't have anywhere to be.
Maybe bed. Tired.
I say you don't have anywhere to be till tomorrow.
True. True. All right.
The good thing about tomorrow...
Starting to pop in. Hi, Grandma.
Good thing about tomorrow is what?
It's a shorter day for him to drive.
You're right.
That's one thing. We should have like logged how many hours I drove.
Well, we know how many miles you drove. They can figure it
We'll
out.
get there later.
Okay. Yes, we'll get there later. So.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Might as well start. So first of all, we want to start by saying thank you to everybody who has been along for this journey and watching these videos, or live streams, or videos if you're catching up post. So I'm gonna try to thank everyone again. Apologies if I butcher your name.
I went through and wrote down everybody that commented on any of our live videos. So yeah, hey Uncle Mike.
Okay, thank you to Laura PC, Uncle Mike, Mindy B, Amy Lipsky, Gwen Charles, Mom or Chrissy, Drew Lauren, Grandma Vicky, Carrie Ava, and Nick Jennison, because they all said they watch it. Said kind of dragging, guys.
What does that mean? Like the slow connection, maybe?
Maybe.
Is it like glitching?
Or like we're dragging it.
We're dragging? Yeah, well, we're tired.
Where was I? Yeah, Carrie Ava and Nick Jennison, because they said they all watch as a family. Hello, Ava, specifically. I can do that, because I'm the host. Torbjorn from Sweden, Kristen B, Nikki Chase, Robin Brock, Matt Palmboss, Don K, Jennifer Michaels, Sana Ramjan, Ryan Thompson, Mel W, Uncle Gary, Beth Lauren, Megan Smith. What?
All these different
A
people.
lot. Yeah, we're famous.
We're famous.
Yeah, we're something.
David L, Grandpa Terry, Scott W, Tony Talugan, Pat Minnick, Mel Ipple, Walt Frederick, Cindy Goria, Matt Malone. Yeah, Gabe Goria, Nikki Mockma, Sue Van Zant, Roger Bigner.
Yep.
Michelle S. Stearns. My dad's sister, Lisa Stahlberger. Allison W. Chris B.
Where's Chris? Oh, Chris Becker.
Chris Bedeker, Sarah Palmboss, Paige. Is that just an H?
Yep.
Paige and Caitlin H. John Ray, Barb P, Laura P, Amy V, Judy H.
Heckenleibel.
Chaz Chowder.
Louder.
Chaz
Chowder.
Looks like a C. Emily M. Holly, Garrett?
Yep.
Holly Garrett, Uncle Jay, and Mike
Macon.
Macon. Sorry if we missed anyone. I think that was everyone.
Probably did.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Uncle Mike clarified what he was talking about. It's not the connection, which is good. I'm glad to hear the connection's okay. Because we're actually, when we traveled today, we were in and out of signal as we made our way back to civilization. But Uncle Mike says he thinks we look tired. It'll all make sense as we continue to tell the story.
So, just out of curiosity, did anybody how many total different people was it?
I don't know how many lines are on the paper. Tony's counting.
We can come back to it. I was just curious.
He's counting.
I know it's
Mechanic
a bunch.
Nate, hello.
It's a bunch.
It is a bunch. It's a lot. It's been crazy.
53 people.
All right.
Thank you, 53
Yeah,
wonderful
thanks.
people.
And
All right.
anyone else who we might have missed.
Let's get out of it.
All right.
Okay. The next thing that we had to do is catch up on the trivia questions because there's been 3 and we've been absent, and there have still been guesses and answers for all of them. The first one being how many Dollar Generals have we passed in all of the trip? Which one of you would like to answer?
I'll answer that. It was 46.
46 was the right answer.
That's correct.
Wow. One of the rules of the trip is whenever possible, we try to stay off the big main roads, the interstates, which takes you through a lot of small towns. There's a lot of Dollar Generals. So as we started to pass them, we said, let's count them just for fun and see if it's a high number.
There's a lot. Buy stock in dollars.
Yeah. Okay.
All right,
So
so
who said 46?
I think our guesser said 45.
the winner was Carrie Jennison.
What?
Good job, it was mine.
Rigged. Rigged.
Yeah, I made us take some back roads so that you would win on the way up.
See?
He texted her the answer.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yep.
Now, what did she win?
I don't know what this
Oh, she wins.
You can tell it?
Yeah. An executive tote from Dollar General.
a bag.
Plastic
Oh, it's
bag.
not that lame. There's something inside.
Oh, what a
Inside a vinyl decal, weatherproof, UV resilient, outdoor use sticker. Hold that up. It's backwards. What does it say, Tony?
Big Bend National Park.
What else does it say?
Dark sky. Dark skies at Big Bend National Park. I didn't
Cool.
get it.
And a Big Bend National Park.
Carabiner.
Go
It has its name on it.
Ooh. Next time I see you, Ava, at our house, I want to see your car keys. Better be on it. If not,
Well, Ava didn't get it right, or mom.
That's right.
well, maybe. Okay, we'll have to get clarification on that.
Congratulations,
Who actually
Carrie. That's right.
Oh, that's cute. Thanks. Which one? The bag? I know.
She's not talking about Tony.
Oh, is she?
No.
We just still don't know who's commenting.
That's right.
Okay.
Question 2.
Okay, the next question was, how many total national parks cumulatively have the 3 of us been to in our lifetimes? And the answer is...
I'll break it down for you. Okay? Brad, 24. The mostest. He has, whatever, 24. I have 12, and Tony came in with 10. So the magic number is 46 again.
No way.
Yeah, it was. I went back
Same
and
number of
checked.
Dollar Generals. Are you sure we didn't just drive around to get the same?
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't.
All right. So who won? Amy Lipsky won. She had a guess of 45.
Yay, good job,
Yay,
Amy.
Amy.
One off. Very good. And what did she win there, Mr. Brad?
She wins a Big Bend National Park patch and sticker package. Tony, that's the patch. Ooh. Ah,
It's a nice
that's
patch,
special.
too. Very good.
And a decal.
Congratulations, Amy.
Wow. Cool.
If she's here, good job.
Okay, so
Amy, if you're here, comment so we know. All right.
And then
That leaves the final one.
Yeah. the biggest last question was, how many total miles have we put on the RV this entire trip? Everything. I think we had one earlier that was, how far are we driving?
Yeah, can you find that one? One of the previous questions was, how many are we planning to travel?
I think it was around 3,000.
how many total miles will we traveled? Right, we planned
Mm-hmm.
2,976. That was the plan.
Okay.
The answer is what we actually drove. I broke this down differently.
Okay.
Brad drove 53.9 hours at the average speed of 65 miles an hour, which equates
That's it?
to 3,504 miles.
Wow.
Like a bunch. Like, I think it's the longest trip we've ever taken.
Oh yeah. That driving, yeah. for
Driving.
sure. Mhm.
Yep. Absolutely.
So
Wow.
the total number of miles was 3,504, like Grandpa said. The
Yep.
range of guesses was 2,250 up to 6,000.
6,000?
Yeah.
We need another month or so.
Yeah. No.
And the correct answer, again, with 3,333 miles for a guess, was, drumroll, Amy Lipsky.
Amy Lipsky.
Again.
Wow.
Way to go,
That's
Amy.
true, Amy.
She had a good day.
Nicely done.
She had a
Now.
good day.
What did you win there, Mr. Nygaard?
What did she win? Amy,
Grand prize.
you have won. We saved the best for last. The overall overarching theme of this is to get out and see the world and, well, more importantly, see our country. We have seen firsthand that it is just, we covered such a small amount and it took 3,500 miles. Anyway, get out and see the world, and to help you along the way, what is it, Tony?
It is a passport for all of the national parks in the United States.
Correct.
This is what you take with you when you go in the like the visitor centers. They have stamps that you put in, and it's like it's a passport book to keep track of where you've been. And it's not just the national parks. There's a ton of things between like national historic monuments, and there's like a bunch of different categories, but there's tons of pages in here. It's all broken down. And Amy, this is for you. Take your kiddos and go out and see the world, or see our country.
Nice job.
Gwen says Amy's fired. She doesn't get to play next time.
I think Amy won like 3 times.
Yeah.
Whoa.
She's on a streak.
She is.
And Brad Nicole Mockma said she's a really good guesser. She must be. Or maybe you're giving
She's
her
just good.
It's Nikki.
information.
Tony, not Nicole. Nikki.
That's what it says.
Inside joke. That's
That's
fine.
what it says.
2.
Okay, the next thing that we wanted to do
Hang on.
was...
Excuse me.
Who's hosting here? I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I'm trying to answer his question. Amy won 4 times.
Really?
Wow.
4?
4 times this trip. I was
Out of 12 days.
out of yes, yeah.
I see Brad got a new shirt.
I did get a new shirt. How nice of you to notice.
You
Yes, Mom.
This is going downhill.
The next thing we wanted to do is, since we were gone for almost 3 days,
Basically,
pretty much.
yeah.
Oh, I got another thing.
is we wanted to share our 2 favorite stories that we had while we were in the park.
Inside Big Ben.
Inside of Big Ben. So while we were dark or off the grid.
Okay.
You want to go first?
You go first. Or
Um,
tell one story and then.
my first favorite story is probably right on the first day that we got to Big Bend. We found out that it was supposed to be the cooler out of the days that we were there. So we wanted to try to do a hike, a bigger one. And I convinced him, I'll say almost against your will, honestly, to do a hike called The Window, which goes down through one of the canyons in the park into like this big opening, which is a window. And it was about a 4-hour total trip and about 5 miles, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Close.
In the heat. I didn't think it was that bad.
I didn't
Of
either.
course.
I thought it was absolutely great.
Where were you during that?
I was sitting on the patio drinking a mint julep up by the amphitheater in the night.
Talking with the locals.
Talking with the locals.
You were watching out the window. You didn't see us though, did you?
No.
Okay.
My favorite, I did really like that hike, but the point of that story is once you got to the end of it, you got this really cool view of the window, and you got to see like out into the, let's say, the valley of the park, and we wanted to try to get a picture, so we're going and we set up my dad's phone on the camera bag, and I go over to this spot, and it's not like crazy far, but it was like kind of a sheer drop, like where it is at the end of the window, and we wanted a picture, so I went over there, and there used to be water running through, so all of the rocks were very smooth, and as he was walking over to me after he hit the timer button to where I was standing, he stepped in a puddle with one of his shoes and lost all traction, and then kept going and slipped about 2 feet in front of me and just about started sliding down. And
I don't know how high up we were, but it was
pretty high.
I'm sure there's something I may have landed on sooner, but
I did catch him, even if he hadn't. So
thank you.
And the coolest part was that was right after hit the timer button on the camera. So the picture that we tried to take is us both laughing as I'm holding on to him as he's almost dying on the ground.
My teammates.
What a great memory.
These are my.
That's my first favorite story.
Glad you didn't push me or let me go.
No comment. I gave him. Oh, I didn't give him any money for that. I'm sorry.
Okay, you want to go next, or you want me to? Okay,
sure. I don't remember exactly where we were. We were taking pictures.
Gwen says, "I like your style, Mr. Tom." I don't know. I don't know what she's referring to because it was probably a couple minutes ago, but that's okay.
We were out. The guys were out. We were out doing at a scenic overlook or something, and the guys wanted to go take some pictures. So my grandson decided he's going to go down this little path, right past the sign that says "Caution, Rattlesnake Area," and I don't think he saw the sign. So he walks down 6 steps, lays down prone in the grass, props his camera up, starts taking pictures. So after that, I understood his lack of whatever, and we were in another spot, and he's pulling my leg. He went down to take another picture, and he walked in front of a bush. And he said, "Grandpa, I think this bush is rattling." And there was no rattlesnake in there. But he was trying to get me, which he did. So now we got him a new nickname. This is Chief Rattling Bush. Tony Nygaard, Chief Rattling Bush. Wait till you see that vanity license plate I get. So thank you, Rattling Bush.
You're so welcome.
You're okay. That was fun.
Yeah, my story will be about finding our campsite and how that kind of all unfolded, and just a great example of some southern hospitality and just how national park workers are helpful. The last live stream we did before we went dark, we shared that we had gotten a phone call from the park, and they had let us know that a storm had gone through a few days earlier, and the RV park that we were supposed to be in was out of power. And we had switched our booking from a regular campground, which was like a rustic site with no plugins or anything. We realized what time of year it was going to be, and it was probably going to be really hot, so we should stay in the RV park. And then we get the call that it's out of power. But he said, hopefully it'll be restored by the time you guys get here. So one of the first things we did when we got into the park was go down that valley where the window was. And before Tony and I went on the hike, we forgot to mention the warnings we got on that hike. So.
Oh yeah, the ranger?
Yep.
The ranger we talked to right before we went on the hike was talking to us about how it was that hike that we went on was the most rescued hike in the whole park, because people get down and then they can't make it back up because they're...
Now do you understand why I was a little scared?
Or do they slip down and just get back up? Yeah, okay.
That's maybe. He actually said that like a woman had died the last month doing it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I don't know if he was like, I don't know.
Yeah, he was like, and it happened.
I think he was sizing me up and like trying to talk me out of it is what he was trying to do.
I didn't have any issues.
I showed him. I finished.
Got it?
Huh?
I didn't have any issues with my footing.
I know.
Okay.
And Gwen said she likes your style because you were sitting on the thing, drinking it, whatever.
Mint julep. No,
Mint julep.
It was a root beer, to be honest with you.
Okay, so while we were talking to him and he was painting that ugly picture, it came up in conversation about where we were supposed to be camping. And he said, "Oh, you don't want to be down there. That's the hottest part of the park by far. You guys, that's not safe to go down there, especially if they don't have power. You don't want to go down there." So what you guys go ahead and do your hike. While you're gone, I will call the store down there, see if they still have power. If they don't, I will walk around in the campground here. And the campground up in this mountain, which is the Chizos Mountain Basin, I think it's called, is about 20 degrees cooler than the rest of the park. And that was one of the reasons why we decided to do that hike. Because when we got there, it was cooler. There were low clouds and actually raining a little bit.
A little breeze.
And a little breeze. But then by the time we had something to eat and headed out, it had completely cleared up and there was no clouds and it was very hot. So that's why it was heating this morning. But even so, it's 20 degrees cooler up top. So he said, while you're gone, I'll call, I'll check, and I'll walk around and I'll find you guys a site. And then if you want to, you can stay up here. No extra charge. Keep your current reservation. I will just put your name on it. And I was just, I don't know, that blew me away. That was cool.
It was super.
Southern hospitality.
Didn't have to do that.
Southern hospitality. And I think George said he was from New York. But
he works in the South.
Yeah.
Yes. So what happened after that was, you'll have to help me out with this because you know the exact thing of how it unfolded. When we were done with the hike and survived, we did drive down to the Rio Grande Village, which was the slower, hotter part of the park. We said it's supposed to be a great spot. And the reason we camped there is supposed to be a great spot to watch the sunset and a great spot for stars if the sky is clear. And we got down there, and the guy at the store was waiting for us.
Gary.
When you talked to him, not me.
Yeah, I talked to Gary, and Gary said the power's back on. You're all set. No big deal. You know, hook yourself up to an air conditioner, right? He says, I've had the worst blank day, who knows when. The electric company came down here and said, hey, all the power is on. And they started to leave. And he said, I had to chase those guys around the parking lot 3 times to tell them to please go check the power in my RV area. And lo and behold, the power was severed somewhere, and they got it fixed. But if he hadn't chased them around that parking lot and got them, those people would still be waiting for electricity. So.
Yeah. They basically, the workers were basically like, okay everything's good here. And he, I think, stood in the road and flagged him down. So
he was livid. There were some good words in there.
So we were very thankful. We decided we were going to watch the sunset, and then if we didn't have power, we're going to go back to that site that the other ranger had reserved for us. But we said, we got power. Let's go ahead and plug in. This is where we want to be. So that is my first story, just of how that whole thing unfolded was very cool. And I'll reiterate again, I've said this many times on our trips before, Tom and Tony, a lesson to you. Stop and talk to people. Because if I wouldn't have stopped and talked to the ranger and told him our predicament, he wouldn't have helped out.
Talk is cheap.
Yep, right. Talk is cheap, and for the most part, most people are kind and willing to help. Hello, Mel. I'm glad you're here.
Okay, next.
That was one story each.
Oh,
so what's your second story?
Well, do we want to do that, or do we want to get to the main attraction?
Well, I can do my story because it's not attached.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'll do my second story, make it try to short and sweet. We were out there the first night, and the guys went down to a little bit further area to watch the stars. Mm-hmm. And so I walked down about halfway with them, and it's darker than squats. But, you know, when your eyes get used to the dark, you can sometimes pick things out. So I'm sitting there in a chair, and Brad gave me a walking stick, so I look like the blind guy, with the stick out front watching these stars. And all of a sudden I hear this noise on the pavement. And I thought it was these 2 guys coming back to pick me up, to go back in the RV. And oh, by the way, turn on the AC because it was hot out there. Well, you know what? It wasn't Brad and it wasn't Tony. It was 2 of the biggest horses that you ever saw. And I mean, they had to be, I don't know, they measure them by hands. These weren't Clydesdales, but they were big. And they came kind of towards me, and I had my stick, and I'm kind of going on the ground to make sure that they knew that somebody was there. So I kind of picked up my chair and kind of snuck as fast as I could, and they kind of went behind the other which was good because it separated us. But yeah, I mean, it was an interesting evening.
Okay. A little spooky?
Scared the out of me. All right.
All right. You're up. What's next, host?
Okay, well, I have one more story, and he does too, but they both kind of tie into the main point of this trip at the end of the day, which was to get down to Big Bend National Park and see some stars. And the thing I wrote down for this part was to attempt to sum up the stars and everything that we saw. Because
Can I pause for 1 second? What? Prior, when we were telling the story before we got into the park about the power being out and stuff, we were just kind of overall talking about the forecast. And at that time, the forecast was clouds.
Right.
And I just want to mention that. And we asked our viewers if they believe in the power of prayer to say a little prayer for us. And?
It worked.
And we had two of the most clear, beautiful, awesome, perfect, amazing nights to see everything that we were able to see. It was the first night. I think it was like 12:30. And the plan was to get up at about
3 or 3:30.
No, the plan was to get up like
First night.
the first night, like every hour or so, and just check. And just check to see
That's for Ryan.
what the stars were. And I told my dad before we started this trip, and then it was the same kind of thing in Black Mesa, but it was like, it's really, really easy, especially at 12:30 at night, to just like roll back over and go back to bed. But I kept saying, and I kept telling him, like, you just gotta get me, because like once I'm up and out there, then I'm up and it's fine. And he shook me awake at 12:30. He was like, you gotta come see this. And I tossed and turned a little bit, and then I eventually like got out and then walked outside, and it was insane. There were so many stars in the sky, more than you could ever see at home in Michigan. But even more than that, you could see the whole arch of the Milky Way going all the way across the sky with just your naked eye. And that was just right outside the RV. Now, given on that first night, we had some not very nice neighbors.
Inconsiderate neighbors
Who left, I think there were two.
Two.
They left their super, super bright lights on all night, which you're not supposed to do. But we found this spot. It was like a nature trail further down by one of the parking lots where we watched the sunset. So we decided to make the hike all the way back up there with all the gear and stuff like that, and it was...
That was the second night.
No, it was the first. We went all the way back up there.
Twice.
First.
Okay. Well, it tells you where I was.
But it was just so insane to see everything and like see with your naked eye, and we were out there until like 3:30, and then we decided that
it was time.
It was time to start heading back. Thank you, Glenn. It
I
was
heard you come in.
awesome. And then we came back, talked about how awesome it was for like about 2 seconds, then went to bed because it was 4 a.m. And then the next day was pretty much the same thing. The whole plan was to get up a little later and then stay up. I'll say all night, but we like went to bed super early. I think we were all in bed by like 7 or 8. And then we woke up at 3, drove down to that little roundabout spot instead of walking about like the half mile that it probably was. And then all 3 of us went over to where we were and looked at the stars all the way until the sun came up so we could hit the road. But again, it was I would argue it was even clearer the second night.
Really?
It was insane. And also, I will say the good news is, as opposed to just about everything else, I would say that the pictures do it justice.
Well,
we got some pretty cool
really good pictures. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait to show everyone and pull them off my camera, and they're like insane.
It was very cool. So my second story to share is a very simple one. I was the alarm setter to go out and check, and I did that a couple other nights as well. When we were out, I would set an alarm and check like every hour to see if the sky had cleared. So I did it on this time, and that's how we got out the first. But when I set the alarm for 2:30, I think, to give us time to kind of get up, because the idea was we would more or less like get ready for the day, because we knew when we were up, we were gonna stay up, and then when the sun came up, we were just gonna start driving today. I get that. That was this morning, wasn't it?
Correct.
So Uncle Mike, now you know why we're so tired. We have been up since 3 a.m. Actually 2:30. But the story is, when I got up to take a peek out there, fingers crossed that it was going to be another clear night, as soon as I stepped out and looked out to my right, which was where the brightest part of the Milky Way was, a massive shooting star went right across it, and I was like, okay, I guess we're going out. Yeah.
Was somebody talking to you?
You were still snoring.
I
It
know,
took me a long
I'm talking
time.
about who.
Yeah, I think somebody was talking.
Somebody
to me.
bigger than me was talking to you.
Yep. It's so cool. It was, indescribable. And the pictures, I mean, they do it justice, but also they don't, right? I mean, because the picture is only one spot, whereas we can look up and see.
Like, I would say, like, what you can imagine it would look like in your mind, the pictures do it justice too, but it's not the same as sitting there standing.
Can I ask a question to the you two? Because you guys got all the fancy dancy stuff. Are you going to share those with our...
Nope, never.
Make a little post thing and send it out there to at least,
Yeah. I think what we'll try and do, because Tony's got a lot of those pictures on the nicer camera, and he's going to get them off, and maybe tomorrow, I'd like to, tomorrow when we're waiting for our flight, maybe do a post with a bunch of pictures.
Yeah, they deserve it.
Yeah, you guys should see it.
You won't believe it, because you didn't see it, but you still won't believe it. All right?
Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Is there a second story? Did you have a second story, or did you tell it?
That was pretty much
essentially the story. Okay.
Great.
Okay, and then we had one thing that shocked you in the park overall.
Oh.
Don't go to me.
Grandpa, do you have yours?
Yo, I've got mine.
We'll go, because
what's the only thing I'm scared of?
You know.
Snakes.
I know. Tell them.
Snakes. So we're driving out of the park, or in the park on one of the roads.
in the park. Yep.
Coming down this hill, and there's this lady from Iowa or whatever, places. She's waving her hands like, stop, stop, stop. And she's pointing down. Well, she was, if anything, 3 feet.
She was very close.
From this rattlesnake that was in the middle of the road. She didn't want us to run it over, but she's this far from him. And I'm looking out the window trying to take a picture. And I said, please get going.
You got a picture, though.
I did.
You got a really good picture. Yeah.
It didn't rattle. And the chief rattling bush didn't help me out either, but it was big.
What shocked you, Tony?
I mean, the same thing with the... I'll go... You do yours first.
I don't have it yet.
Can you tell we're all pooped? Mentally,
what
physically?
shocked me?
Thank you, Kristen. I'm trying.
I guess what shocked me was that I was able to successfully complete that hike. And I know. What shocked me was it was Tony's idea to go dark, and he actually went dark. He turned service off on his phone the whole time, and got absorbed in the moment. So I guess I will just go on the record to say I hope you do that more, because you were a different person those 2 days, and it was unbelievable. And you can see that it led to a great experience for Tony. So that's what shocked me.
Well said.
Mm-hmm.
I will say it's not like there would have been service to be had, even if I had left.
We did have Wi-Fi at our campsite, so you could have connected and done stuff. But
okay,
whatever. Anyways, yeah. Again, my thing that shocked me at the park was again the stars. We were talking about it at dinner tonight. Actually, I don't really have a ton of things on my bucket list. I know I'm young, I guess, so.
What? Would think so.
It's early.
Comparable to some of us.
It's early for that. Have a big bucket list.
Never too early to have a bucket list.
That's correct.
But that was like the main thing. I remember a few years ago hearing some stuff about Big Ben and doing a little bit of research on my own and thinking how cool it was and looking at the pictures. And then as fate would have it, like the following months, I got into a lot of photography and then realized that like that might be like something possible that I could actually do and see. And then we got down there and it was just...
I like Gwen. This is what Gwen said. That's awesome. Memories you will cherish forever. 20 years from now, you won't remember what you were looking at on your phone. Thank you, Gwen. That is true. Thank you.
Very good.
But it was it was insane. I took 1 million pictures, and the hope is that a few of them turn out well. But I bet
1 million turned out well. My opinion, 1 million turned out well.
Oh, you have, or you're not going to tell that story?
What?
Oh, yeah.
Which one?
Chop, chop, chop.
Oh no, I'll leave.
Okay. All right.
No, if you want me to, I can.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. I will keep it between us.
Okay.
I like that.
Thank you.
Do you guys have any questions before we wrap up? I mean, there seems to be a decent delay on when we actually see your comments, so I would hate for you to ask a bunch of questions and then we miss out. But I'll throw that out now before we wrap because we're moving in that direction. But that's up to the host. With the most.
What's the most? He's got the 1 million pictures.
like I said, I took 1 million pictures, and I hope a lot of them turn out well. I'll probably be wishing, as I'm looking through them, that I did this or that, or took one with this in the foreground or whatever, but...
It was kind of neat. The first night that Tony and I were out, we were just, like, so wild. It was like we took so many pictures, and then the second night, we spent a fair amount of time trying to do some foreground shots, where you put something in front of it, and I'll leave it at that and say we got what I think are some pretty cool pictures. So yeah. Can we look forward to 3-generation trips in the future? Gwen wants to know.
Depends on his knees.
My knees will.
Your niece?
Yeah, I've got one.
Megan?
That's one. Yeah, I got a niece.
Janet? Lisa?
I got some nieces.
Oh, not that niece. Okay. All right. My mom says...
You never know. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. We'll see what's in the cards. This has been so special for me to watch my boys. Love you all. Thank you, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
He's not your boy.
I am too. She gave me cookies.
Who's, you told us this already. Who's Bev?
Bev Ogans?
Yeah. Is she the cadaver dog lady?
No, Bev Ogans is my work wife.
Oh, okay. It sounds like a wonderful trip.
It was, Bev. We'll have to talk. I'll fill you in.
All right.
It's super.
It's going to be a long conversation. Be ready.
Yeah, but you don't know
There's no such thing as a short conversation with Tom Plott.
Can't wait for her to come back out.
All right. So I think we do have some questions coming through, but we've got something else to kill another minute or two. Go ahead.
While we were in the park, one of the things we gave away earlier to Amy, the second thing that she won was the passport.
Yep.
Me and my dad both have one of them, and we'd been stamping them. We went to Teddy Roosevelt National Park and Mount Rushmore and Big Ben, so we stamped all 3 of them.
We did go to the Badlands also, but because of a wrong turn, we got to the visitor center after it was closed and could not get the stamp. However, I will mention this. We learned this when we got our books at Isle Royal, that if you can mail your book to a park with some sort of proof, like a photograph or something,
that you were there, and then
you were there, and they will
stamp it and send it back.
Yeah, they will retroactively stamp it. You can say, I was there on May 5th in 2020, and they'll change the date back and stamp it for you.
Super.
You have to pay postage, but that's pretty cool because, especially because when I got my book, I decided that we would all get them as a family when we went to Isle Royal to wrap up our Michigan goal. But I think a month or so before that, I was in Denali and Glacier Bay in Alaska. And I was like, damn, when am I going to be back here? Yeah. So maybe I can mail them and get those retroactive stamps. Anyway.
But to that point, since we've all been to all those amazing parks, we felt bad that Grandpa was a little left out. So, in Big Ben National Park, we got him his own passport.
Oh, well, thank you.
And a stamp with Big Ben.
So if you're ever at a visitor center and you don't have your book, you can buy stamps or stickers, and you can stamp them and then put them in your book. So
thank you so very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I hope I can have the opportunity to fill in the ones I've never been to yet. There's
You're
opportunities.
gonna get all those national scenic river recreation areas.
I would just like to start with the parks.
Okay. Fair enough.
Thank you very much, guys. This is, you
You're
know, what
welcome.
this
It's a
means to me.
teeny little token of our appreciation for, continuing to push us along to do these trips. And you were the catalyst that started it all. When you retired, you said, I've always wanted to do Route 66. And I foolishly, just kidding, I said, okay, I'll go. And that's where it all started. And we've done a lot of trips since then. So
Thank you.
this has been a good one. Graham wants to know if the cookies are gone.
I think we got one or two left for
Yeah,
tonight.
we're very close.
Also, I have not contributed at all. I hope you know. It's
What? Do you not like M&M cookies?
no, I just haven't had it.
Well, then he can help us finish.
They
them
were
tonight.
for you. Your
For
mom made
all
them
of us.
for you.
I cannot eat that many cookies. We've all been working. Well, both of us have been working on them, 2 at a time. We're almost through.
They're almost through. We're working it.
Who wins the goat toy?
Nobody, Ryan. This is something between the bus drivers that I work with. It came together at the Christmas party this year. We have a lot of us like to travel, and we figured it's kind of like Flat Stanley type of deal. Like if you travel somewhere, bring the goat with you. And there's actually 2 goats. This is Hortense. It is the sister of Horatio, the original goat. I think it was a point where 2 people were traveling at once, and we didn't want to not have pictures of the goat out and about. So this is Hortense. Hortense has seen a lot, done a lot, and there's been some bonus content on the Jennison Transportation Facebook page that some of you will not see. So those of you that are bus drivers, you're welcome. Okay. That's Ryan asked that question. Are we good? I'm dying. We got to put this air back on.
Yeah, but
How much? What?
What? Oh,
I was gonna-
yes.
I'm just going to start. Thank yous.
Okay. Go ahead.
I know this is the end of the show. This is the end of our trip. This is the end of a lot of good memories, a lot of good times together. So I would like to thank Tony and Brad for giving me this opportunity to grow. Maybe I helped them grow. I want to thank my wife. And I want to thank you, the audience, for spurring us on and saying it's worth it because it makes my life a lot easier. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tom. We love you.
Love you guys.
Do you have anything to say?
So what do you say after that, right? I
know what I can say. Turn the air conditioner on.
lots of emojis as we all start to cry coming across. Thank you to everybody who put us up along the way. Tony and Laura and my mom and dad.
yeah.
And-
Thank you, yes.
yeah. All right.
I'll just say, overall, this was the first trip that I've been on like this. I truly, honestly, did have a good time. We were talking about it at dinner. There was obviously some parts that could have gone better, but there were also a lot of parts that could have gone worse. And the end result was better than I can put into words, more than I can imagine. We were also talking about it. I'm glad I was able to get down here as early as I was in life, because as the world grows, the sky will only get more dirty with light pollution. So what the sky we saw last night is the brightest it'll be. It's brighter than it'll be tonight. If
Good
I go
stuff.
back in
Good
30
stuff.
years,
It's-
it won't be the same.
I don't think you could use the word bright. But what other word do you pick, you know? To say what you saw? That's great.
Yeah. All I've got to say is that I've got a camera roll with 3 million pictures now, a basket full of dirty laundry to go home with, and a week and a half of a good time.
All right.
Super. All right.
So,
Is that
I think
it?
that's it.
Good night, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you guys. Love you. We'll
Love
see
you,
all
Grandma.
soon.
Love you, Mom. Love you, Ava. Miss
Love
all
you,
you guys
Mama.
very much. Bye!